What do you do in a virtual interview when your selection committee members don't turn their cameras on? A gut reaction to a situation like that could be, boy, these folks don't respect us at all. They don't they don't care. They don't recognize how much of a challenge this is for us. In fact, they're making it worse. So it's really easy for you to have a cascade of negative thoughts that bring you to a place where you're like angry and upset with the people that you're trying to win over. The best mentality for you in an interview is to think, okay, this is my opportunity to show them what it's like to work with me, to work with this team. And if you can't see them, that can really create a massive gap. The way to bridge that gap, first and foremost, is to be as empathetic as you possibly can be and to think, I'm sure they have a completely valid reason why they have turned their camera off and why they're keeping it off. There could be a number of possibilities, right? I mean, maybe they're camera shy themselves. Maybe they're not ready for prime time. Maybe they had a logistical error or a technical problem that is keeping them from turning their camera on. So there really could be any number of valid reasons for this situation. You don't immediately have to assume that they're doing it to create problems for you. And in fact, you can ask questions. You don't need to assume anything. If the selection committee has introduced themselves and at least one of those cameras is off and they haven't acknowledged or explained it, go ahead and acknowledge it and just recognize, hey, so-and-so's camera is off. Is that intentional? Give them the opportunity to recognize it and do something about it. Maybe they will explain what's going on at that moment, but if they don't, it's totally fine. You don't need to judge or have a problem with it, but it is good to acknowledge it. The next thing to do is to crank up the appreciation. When pressure gets worse for you, the best thing you can do is put as much attention as you possibly can on them and appreciate the heck out of them. No matter what, in an interview, the selection committee has two real problems that you can focus on. They have a project that they can't fulfill themselves. They need an outside resource. And number two, they need to pick the best resource to get this job done. If you can focus on those two challenges that they have and appreciate the difficulty of those challenges for them, that can get you into a much better mindset as you're presenting to this blank wall. The next thing you can do is engage them as much as is technically possible. So yes, sure, there are some circumstances where if you ask a question, they can't respond to you. Very often in public interviews, they have internal rules that keep them from interacting with you until they get to the Q&A part of the interview. But if you can interact with them, if you can ask them questions, if you can turn it into a conversation that can get past the not knowing how they're responding to you, right? When you can't see them, what you're desperately hoping for is some kind of feedback to let you know that you are talking about stuff that they care about and stuff that they're interested in. So yes, any opportunity to turn this presentation into a conversation will help you and will help them. So the bottom line here, when you can't see them, the best thing you can do is give them the benefit of the doubt, focus on them, appreciate them, elevate yourself so that you're getting past the barricades that they have built for you.